Ambassador Zethkar's crystalline form shimmered with barely contained fury as he addressed the assembled delegates in the grand chamber of the Galactic Council. The magnificent hall, carved from a single asteroid and suspended in the void between three dying stars, had witnessed countless diplomatic triumphs over the millennia. Today, however, it would witness something unprecedented. The humans, Zethkar began, his voice resonating through the translation matrices, have become an intolerable disruption to galactic order. Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber. The Veltari delegation, their six eyes gleaming in their aquatic suits, nodded in unison. The towering Kronoth representatives, standing nearly 4 meters tall, drummed their approval with metallic appendages. Even the enigmatic Psi Lords, who rarely concerned themselves with physical matters, projected waves of concurrence through the psychic field. In the mere 2 centuries since their admission to the Council, Zethkar continued, humanity has violated 17 major protocols, ignored 43 trade regulations, and brazenly defied the accord of peaceful expansion no fewer than 8 times. The evidence was damning, and everyone present knew it. Humanity had been given a chance, one chance, to prove they could integrate into the carefully maintained balance of galactic civilization. Instead, they had systematically dismantled every constraint placed upon them. Council Prime Yuldena, the ancient being whose species had founded the Council 3 million years ago, raised one of her 12 arms. The chamber fell silent. The solution is obvious, she declared, her words carrying the weight of eons. Humanity will be silenced, their expansion confined to their birth system, their voices removed from council proceedings, their ships grounded, their ambitions contained. What the council hadn't anticipated was Captain Sarah Chen. Chen stood in the observation deck of the ESS Defiance, watching the council fleet approach Earth's outer rim. 3,000 ships, the largest armada ever assembled by the Galactic Council. Each vessel was a masterwork of advanced technology, crewed by species that had mastered interstellar warfare, while humans were still learning to make fire. Captain, her tactical officer reported, his voice steady despite the impossible odds, they're hailing us. On screen, Zethkar's image materialized before them, his crystalline features arranged in what passed for a smile among his people. Captain Chen, the Council offers humanity one final opportunity to accept containment peacefully. Surrender now, and your species will be preserved. Resist, and face extinction. Chen stepped forward, her small human frame dwarfed by the alien. Delegates' imposing presence. Ambassador, you made one critical error in your calculations. And what might that be? You assumed we'd fight alone. The communication ended and Chen turned to her crew. Around her, men and women from every continent of Earth worked at their stations with calm efficiency. They had trained for this moment, planned for it, hoped it would never come. But they were ready. Signal the fleet, Chen ordered. What emerged from Earth's shadow wasn't the ragtag collection of human vessels the Council expected. Instead, a massive formation of ships bearing the insignias of a dozen different species materialized from hyperspace. The Tok'ran Confederacy, bitter enemies of the Veltari, the free colonies of Zirion, who had been denied council membership for centuries, the Wanderer clans, nomads who had been labeled uncivilized by galactic standards, and at their head, the pride of humanity's fleet, ships that borrowed Kronoth shielding technology, Psi-Lord navigation systems, and drives powered by principles the Council had declared too dangerous for lesser species. Zethkar's next transmission crackled with disbelief. This is impossible. The non-council species lack the coordination for what? Chen interrupted. For unity? For cooperation? You see, Ambassador, while you were busy maintaining your precious order, humanity was doing what we do best, making friends with everyone you ignored, overlooked, or dismissed. The battle that followed would be remembered in galactic history as the Day of Awakening. The Council's superior technology met humanity's superior adaptability. Where Council ships fought with predetermined patterns refined over millennia, human. Vessels improvised, innovated, and collaborated in real time with their alien allies. Captain Torres of the ESS Meridian coordinated with a Tok'ran battle group to exploit a weakness in Veltari shield harmonics that human engineers had discovered. 3 months earlier, Commander Singh worked with Zarian fighter squadrons to execute maneuvers that no single species had ever attempted. But it was Chen herself who delivered the decisive blow. Leading a joint strike force, she targeted not the Council's flagship, but their communication hub, a massive station that coordinated the entire fleet's movements. With surgical precision, her combined forces disabled the hub, leaving 3,000 ships suddenly isolated and confused. "This is Captain Sarah. Chen to all Council vessels," she broadcast on all frequencies. "Your coordination is broken. Your technological advantage is negated. Surrender now or be destroyed piecemeal by species you deemed unworthy of your notice." The silence that followed stretched for long minutes. Then, one by one, Council ships began powering down their weapons. Months later, in the same grand chamber where humanity's silence had been decreed, a very different scene unfolded. The Council, reduced to barely half its original membership, faced a new reality. The non-aligned coalition, led by humanity and their allies, had not only claimed their right to exist but had fundamentally altered the balance of galactic power. Chen stood where Zethkar had once held court, addressing the remaining Council members. "We never wanted war," she said simply. "We wanted respect. We wanted the right to exist on our own terms. You tried to silence Earth's children because you couldn't understand our noise." She gestured to the diverse assembly behind her: humans, Tok'ran, Zirians, wanderers, and dozens of other species now standing together as equals. "But our noise," she continued, "was never chaos. It was the sound of growth, of change, of possibility. You wanted humanity's silence. Instead, you got Earth's roar, and with it, the roar of everyone you tried to keep silent." The old order was ending. A new age of galactic civilization was beginning, and at its heart stood a small blue world whose children had learned that sometimes the greatest strength came not from standing alone, but from teaching others to stand together. The stars themselves seemed to echo with the sound of humanity's defiant roar.